Number 71004, the Lego Movie Collectible Minifigures. And today we have Ms. Scratchen Post. Think about that name for a second, it's kind of a pun. Ages 5 and up, 1 of 16 figures, released in late 2013, early 2014, and retails for $3. So, let's take a closer look at this figure now. Here we have the packaging where Ms. Scratchen Post is featured on the front, and you can see her little cat in the corner, right behind the 16. I will not show the dot codes for this series because they're very hard to find, and I prefer looking for the figures through feeling the packages. Just makes it a whole lot easier. Ms. Scratchen Post is number 6 of 16 figures, and she's included with a cat, as I mentioned before. The back of the checklist will show you the Lego Movie, some of the main characters from it, and a link to the site. You can use the QR code on the bottom to find a link to the trailer for the movie, as well as the Lego Movie Experience app, available from the App Store for free. Have I mentioned that before? So, what's the background behind Ms. Scratchen Post? As we take a look at her, we will try to discuss this. Ms. Scratchen Post appears in a few clips that we know of so far from the Lego Movie. We do know that she is Emmett's next door neighbor, and that she is a cat fanatic. Well, we all have those, don't we? Or we may be them. Never mind. She has 9 cats, which are almost exactly identical to this one. So if you wanted to try to make all the cats from the movie, you would have to buy this figure multiple times. We don't know much about her personality, but we do know she doesn't have any back printing, and she doesn't have an alternate face. Her only face on this is shown as worried, which I think is kind of interesting. It is one of the faces that is shown in one of the clips of the movie. As the micromanagers start to invade Bricksburg, all the cats are shown gathered around her, and she looks nervous. But in general, I don't know if this is a good face. It can be good, considering maybe, having 9 cats is a bit of a handful for her. As much as she loves them, it may just be too much to consider. Her hairpiece is not new, except for the color. And it's a little bit unique, so be careful. I almost confused it a few times, but just be careful when looking for it in the packages. I believe this hairpiece, hold on. This hairpiece has been used before with a minifigure, also from the Collectible Minifigures series, and to show you by comparison. Huh? It looks similar, right? Same exact mold, but different color. So I actually like how we get another old version color with this one. And the original one I showed you was from the Mermaid from Series 9. Just put it back into the case. Now, some people are complaining this is not a good figure because we already got a grandma cat-loving figure in the previous series, in Series 11. Now, that is very true, but I think this one is still nice to have because it has some interesting character to her, and it also has, a better look of a cat. This cat is one mold, and it's a pretty small mold, may I say. This is only 2 studs wide, which is smaller than some of our other cat molds, and sometimes larger with some of other ones. But I expected this, when I saw it on the packaging, I expected it to be much larger. Several times have I come across this piece when filling the packages, and I got very confused as to what piece it was. And I came to learn that it was the cat, so it helped me find the minifigure the best way. It's such a unique piece, you have to determine it can't be anything else that's from the minifigure series. We do get a nice pink torso with Ms. Scratchen Post, and as obviously shows on her torso and legs, her cats really get on top of her. It looks like this kind of fur design from maybe their, fur that's shedding off of them. It also shows a picture of one of them, the little fanny pack on, strangely, her waist. I don't know. Does it go on a waist or does it go in more like the hips area? because I imagine, you know, would have been a little bit lower, unless she's high-waisted. I don't know. It's nice to get this minifigure. It's just a nice additional city folk people figure. It doesn't have too much personality to it. Probably the best part of it is the cat, which is very short. Represents a nice, you know, friendly look. It is the same on both sides. I also like the fact that her hair is used, you know, you could probably use that if you want to make, like, what's the right way to say it? Like a hippie pass their time, I guess would be the right way to put it. Because it has that kind of hair to it, or, you know, if you could use it for any kind of older lady or grandma figure who does have long hair. So it's kind of interesting. I personally don't have the grandma figure from Series 11, so I can't really say if this one's better than the other one, or if I think this one is, you know, a cheap knockoff way to put it back into the LEGO series. But I think this figure seems decent. I actually, you know, I don't know if I would actually get multiples of her just to get multiples of the cat, but I do like getting the cat figure on its own. So, I do appreciate that. I was also thinking, maybe the detail on her has to do, you know, maybe not, it's not just fur, but it's also the texture that it's made of. You know, because there are some kinds of clothing where they have that kind of furry texture to it, and, you know, little pieces like that could be shown easily. So it could be like one of those cozy sweater type, I'm not sure what to call it, but one of those types. But judging by her cat-loving persona, I would think that it's more of the cat's fur instead. It's still a nice figure to have. So thanks for watching this video, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will see you next time with more LEGO set reviews.